I'm coming today to share with you the gospel. My name is Quincy Jackson, and I am representing out of Second Advent Baptist Church, and the pastor there is Clement Hall. And I want to come and I want to share a topic with you today, if you don't mind. And my topic is how we use our minds as adults. You know, when we transform, we transformed 3 times. See, when we first came here into this world, we came as newborn. We were babies and we wasn't capable of doing anything for ourselves. And then we got into a little adolescent stage of being a teen. And then we got into another stage. So all this time we're transforming, we're growing until an adult. But right now, as being as adult, and we take a look at what's going on in the world, all of this confusion, all of this chaos, all of this destruction is coming from where? See, we as having the minds of adults, what are we doing to teach the youth? See, we're making it as the youth are having control over the adults. We understand that when we read out of Genesis chapter 32, verse 25 through 30. And what it says here, it says, "Now, when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, 'Let me go, for the day breaks.' But he said, 'I will not let you go unless you bless me.' So he said to him, 'What is your name?' He said, 'Jacob.' And he said, 'Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. For you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed.'" Now he says you have struggled with God and with men and you have prevailed. You have succeeded in your struggle. So right now we're struggling with something, but do we know how to succeed through it? Can you prevail against your downs? Can you prevail against all the hurt? Can you prevail against everything that's not uploaded in spirit? So in order to prevail and succeed, you have to know what it takes to get past all your tribulations, to get past all your trials, to get past all your troubles. How do you get past all that if you are not strong at heart? So let's go back to when we were babies, when we couldn't do nothing for ourselves. But we had somebody to take care of us in our time of need. We had somebody to feed us in our time of need. So then we grew up out of that stage and we got into the teenager stage. Now we're to the point where we can do a little things for ourselves, but we just can't do everything. We still need somebody to kind of guide us and lead us for the next stage. So as this person was going through the struggle of growing, he still needed someone to bring him out of those stages to grow. So then he said, now that you're here and you prevailed through that, let me give you a new name. Let me give you a new character. See, Paul said that when he was a child, he understood as a child. If as adults, our understanding is still elementary and childish, we may come to immature conclusions. So now we're saying that Paul said when he was a child, he thought as a child. But he said, if my thinking, if my understanding is still elementary and childish, we may come to immature conclusion. See, childish wisdom can be the most dangerous of all, especially in the mind of a wounded adult. See, we don't have to run to win favor of critics or to silence their endless criticism. The false standards of scoffers are fueled by unlimited and effortless cynicism. And it doesn't take effort, preparation, intelligence, or skill to criticize. So if a child is out there and they see a big fat person sloppy, they gonna laugh and say, "Oh, look at that fat person," and they'll laugh because they're criticizing. It don't take too much to criticize. So we as adults, if we still have the elementary mind, what are we criticizing that's elementary? we have to be in a mind frame to be empowered by the Spirit, to be empowered by the Word. So now that we are adults and we're in that stage, we have to conduct ourselves as the Word says. So we can't go back into the minds of being childish, elementary, not knowing when to zip and close and shut your mouth. So sometimes we have to give it to God and pray. So if you're dealing with anything that you feel that you just cannot overcome, give it to God and watch how He work in your life.